Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday. We will be tweaking some things, but before we get all started with that business, we're going to do a little extra mailbag on Tuesday.
My friends are here.
Things have been, coming in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you're here. We like to know that you are here because we're an arty-friendly bunch of folks. Izzy's over here today because she's going to show some of the things that she received and is very excited about it. Let's say hello to everybody real quick.
Yeah, that capybara, that's a good one because then you can talk about the little fluffy pouch.
I didn't bring it up here.
She didn't bring a little fluffy, but
put
she
it
can
in the
tell.
camera.
Okay, we're just let's just get through the show and tell them. That way I can send her on her way. Her friends are here, and
This is my capybara that I got from Lizzie Jean because I sent her the book, and I love them.
She loves them.
And she actually knew what it was when I pulled it out. I thought it was a bad
Fat rat. They are they are rodents.
And Izzy said, "It's a capybara," and I said, "Well, of course it is. I knew that." And then there were little capybaras inside the little suitcase, rolly suitcase thing. Oh, it was so cute.
Oh, she is over the moon with everything. Just lost her mind. Had to come show me before bed.
Oh yeah, those came. Yeah, she's gone through. And what's really great is if she has duplicates, she can trade. And she's a trader. Look at that.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of trading at school, so this is like perfect
I
timing.
love the fluffy dog. I named it Pom Pom.
Pom Pom.
Uh-oh.
Got it.
I just think that capybaras are so cute. All right.
Thank you, Lizzie
Wait,
Jean.
I want to show everybody my own.
Okay, are there more?
Yeah, there's more. So I got a little octopus.
Here, see this right here?
No, I don't have you top side. I just
You don't
have
have
you
it
front
top
side.
side? Okay.
See? Y'all getting all that? Yeah, super cute.
And I
The
got
turtle's
from
new today
school.
from the swap, right?
Did you swap that
Mhm.
for something?
Well, Gigi hooked her up with a bunch of ducks and whatnot. Too.
I love this.
Hey, I think that
This is my
they're
new,
really cute and they're
this
small.
Is my new
I think
little
that
3D printed animal.
with a little
And
caterpillar poop.
no, it's a slug. with a
Slug
poopy.
with poop on
And I
it.
named it Lucky.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe unlucky would be.
No.
All right.
All right.
Very good, sweetheart. Now I'm going to share your
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold
Go
on.
topside. I want to talk about it.
I'm not in charge anymore.
Do you want me just to show it here?
Here. There you go. No, you can go topside. Yep, there you go. Hello,
It's
everybody.
To Mom 3D.
Not.
It's a cat house in the middle. I think
See,
that's
not-
hilarious.
Is he doing this?
He's going like.
Oh, thumbs up.
Uh-huh.
It's not 3D. What is this?
It's a cup with a 3D. It's a 3D cup with a flower.
Well, I noticed the cube here.
Yeah.
And the
Small
cats.
frog, big poop.
Small
Small poop, big frog.
big frog, small poop.
Frog, poop.
Frogs
Size
do
matters.
poop. They certainly do.
Cat house.
And what does this say down here?
Crazy Balankadoo Balakanope. I do.
That's
It's just crazy.
yeah, and see, I wrote the date down here.
See?
She can't bear it.
All right. Thank you.
I wanna keep
That's
going.
mine. I'm going to hang it up over here.
Oh, yeah, and
Give
it
it
has
to
a.
your mama.
Oh.
Take
Alright,
it to your mama.
And can you please have a snack before you go and hang out with your friends so you're not grumpy when you come back home?
Do you love it?
I do. I told you that when you gave it to
I
me.
didn't show you. I didn't.
Someday I'd like to start the stream. Oh yeah, she really liked it. Here, you can show up in the light. It's Jerry and Bob, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yellow Jerry and blue,
Blue
Bob.
Bob.
And they got booties. I like the
Thank you,
booties.
Liz Jane.
Thank you, Liz Jean.
I get a booty.
Okay, I gotta go back to. All right, bye. I love you. Please eat a snack and put away your snack back, please. Okay. Anyway, hey, this is P over here.
I'm over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
We are PM Artist Studio.
All right, now let's say hello to everybody. All right, now we're back on track. 5 minutes and that wasn't too bad. Hopefully that wasn't terribly painful. Christina is here. Sue, Acme. Alice is here. Brandy, Carrie, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo, Darcy, Darlene, Diane, Eddie, Ellen, Emma, Erna, Estella, Gray, Jocelyn, Lizette, Lizzie, Jean, Lydia, Marguerite, Patricia, Rhea, hey Rhea, Ricky Nordmeyer, SWL, that is Sherry, the Shelley Studio, that's Margot, Tina Schwanberg, and Walter is in the house. I know some other folks have been popping in and out of there. Give me some extra hello hands like Peggy did. And I'll get you helloed. Okay, do give those thumbs ups if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Do all that YouTube business that one does. Please share the stream. Liking and then sharing it. I mean, that we can't express how much that helps us all out over here at the PM Artist Studio. Now, thank you to whomever sent these. And some other things arrived too that I have no idea who they came from. And some of them I don't know that they're supposed to be ours or not. So, and I talked to Sonia. She says, no, it wasn't her. So, I don't know. Thank you for whomever sent stuff. And I would like to ask you about some of the other things that came.
Yeah, I have mine downstairs, but I already had mine poured up.
I've already stickered mine up.
Mariah likes it because it has a straw.
This is for the water because I talked about it the other day. And then it
for
arrived.
the water?
This is, y'all, very special.
Okay, well, I guess so.
Hello, Becky.
I can put this through the dishwasher. It's looking kind of gnarly. Your
cups are gross, and I don't think that you should let anybody know anything about that because it's gross. All right, so where are we at here? So P's going to help me out today. Number one, she's going to attempt some things with the color combo. She's going to do it happily because it's for me.
Absolutely.
And then tomorrow, on Thursday, we plan on then bring the camera back over here so I can finish the little layout thing that I was working on yesterday. So I also have some new little ideas about it because I have the actual list of all the things. Now, I don't know that I'm built. I think Eddie did this on purpose. He's just going to make these lists too long for me to hit all the things.
Did Eddie hit them all?
I don't think Eddie hit them all.
Well, maybe that's not the point.
It isn't. But, I always feel like it's a challenge. I'm an overachiever.
She is.
Maybe I should put that on my little thing.
She is that.
Sometimes. If I care about it. Otherwise, I don't care. And then it's like, no. You can't. You can send all the enticement my way, but if I ain't into it, I ain't into it.
So you changed us back to...
Yeah. Here, I'll put you back to top side. Because, we do the thing back and forth and stuff, and it doesn't work that well when you're like, hey, that's the P over here. P down there. It is P down there. Yesterday was International Beaver Day. I just want y'all to know that.
Oh, we missed out on it.
We did.
Dadgummit. When Megan went to school in Kansas, their mascot was a beaver.
Yeah.
It always just cracked me up,
I mean...
I don't know how, the boys' basketball team got behind that, but you never know.
You think they really would? Well, anyway. We're going to leave that there.
Leave that. And I wanted to talk about my two. These are the same. Yeah, okay. Now I've got
they were this. Yes, they originated in the same way. Yes,
they came from the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
which is a 5x7 neurosphering by Darcy.
Right. So you can see how I cut it out a little differently.
I like this newer way. I think it gives you a little more option.
I took it a little further. I went in and cut out some interior parts.
Yeah, you did.
And extended that out. And I did actually cut off a thing on the outside here, but I think I did that over here too. Yeah. There wasn't any place for it to go. Okay.
Eddie built a dam yesterday.
Did you chew the trees down?
We want to know.
Yeah.
No, we don't. We need proof. Did you video it?
Well, he'd have to have somebody video because he was doing the damming. can't damn and video at the same time.
Now you can have those little camera things, you know, and there's
I used to have a little headlight thing.
There's cameras that are like that come out this way, or there's one on your chest that you can do, like you can.
It's really great when you're, you know, in the dark tent looking through your luggage and whatnot to have that little thing.
Headlamp.
It's like having a third arm
With a light bulb.
With a light bulb on it. It's very, it's very good. Okay, I just wanted to show this as an option, and I would have cut this out for you on demand, but it's kind of, you know, like watching glue dry. It's not the best,
right,
as far as entertainment value is concerned. But I think it's really interesting if you notice, like right here. Let's see, I'll just put this. What I did is I cut this out and then went way outside of it.
Hey, Deb. Hey, Shannon. And Shannon, I got 2 Shannons here today. Hey, Dawn. I'm glad you're here.
All right. So anyhow, yeah. And then what I did on this.
That looks like some color combo right there.
It almost is. And oh my gosh, speaking of color combo. But what I did is I took my white Stabilo
Hey, Paula.
pencil. And I did a rubbing over this is my really fat.
Yeah, it's thick up with paint.
See, it's almost, some of the holes are almost, you can ream them back out.
Hi, Liz.
But it's kind of time consuming and really actually, you know.
Yeah, not really. You can soak this.
Now, you could soak this and it'd slip off.
Yeah, you could get the skin off of it.
But
Eddie has a video for that.
Yeah, I just think it's really
on his channel,
quite nice as is, and I'm going to go ahead and do a final coat of color of something or other, and then this is going to be, you know, glued on to something because it's just very cool. But look at that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Now you have to remember, this is water soluble, so you've got to seal it.
Oh, because the pencil, yes.
Yeah, because it's this pencil.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that. Let me put my bridge table down here so I can start talking to you about my color combo business.
And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so I can say hello back. I know I've probably missed some folks. Give me some extra pinky hello hands or yellow hellos, or just, you know, I like the emojis. They make me look, you know, I like focus in on that a little bit more. Give those thumbs upsies if you haven't, and, you know, do all that business.
Well, I have to tell you, you know, Steve and Susie visited with me.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second? Because if I don't get this thought out now,
absolutely.
then it'll be like
I'm sorry,
days.
I just jumped in on the end.
Okay. Dana has requested that if you could so kindly show everybody on camera at some point exactly like how you make some of your washout crazy mixes of sort. So I was just letting you know now, so that way if you have some paints that are kind of at the point.
We're going to mix some paint today, and
you're going to put the airbrush medium in?
Yes.
Because she's very impressed with the sheen, and I'm telling you that it's that airbrush medium that creates that sheen.
It's a very it really is not the airbrush. The airbrush makes it really matte and velvety.
It's a sheen.
Well, it kind of is, but yeah, because this is very flat, so it was very hard for me to. But I've got 2 of the colors here.
And remember, she's going off of this. These are the more dark versions.
Yes, and
which I'm fine with.
See right there, if you go with this right there, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I've still got that back over here. Now, the reason you need to do this is because it's really hard to tell your color if you have some other thing in whatever.
Yeah.
But now if you just go ahead and blur your eyes out, I mean, you can't tell the difference there. I think that one's really good, and you can see how many iterations we went through there to get that particular and I don't know that it necessarily, because this one, you know, I thought it was going to dry a lot lighter. It didn't necessarily, but if I move that over to that area where it's
right,
less
thinner. Just don't apply it as much.
Brayer it out, and it's
Yeah.
going to be FP.
Again, I think that's why it's also very important to just say that getting close to the colors is okay.
And this probably, if I'm really honest with myself, I could use a little bit more blue in that orange. But
And again,
it's so easy to take that over because it's just a minute amount. Now, this is the one that I haven't done yet, but I have some ideas. But I wanted to tell you what, and this is, we've done this before. They were going through and I was showing them our postcards. But Susie wants to take a photograph of this because she wants to have it blown up.
oh, okay.
And done like we did the one down there over the fish tank.
Okay.
And Steve wants this one.
Wow.
Because he wants it to be really, really big.
Wow.
I know. And also this one.
Well, then we have to go and visit and you can sign it.
Well, that's what I told him. Susie says, well, I think this needs some gold on it. I said, I agree, but it won't get on there with the process. It'll be something that we can add.
Yeah,
later.
so have it shipped here. We'll gold it up, and then we can drive and visit them because we aren't getting on any airplanes. A little road trippy.
Road trip. Well, we can take.
We could stop off in Freona and we can see Jim Bob and Teddy.
What we can do is we could take the van, and we can take out the back part so that we've got a flat area.
Oh, we could strap it to the top, like wrap it up and.
Well, that's true too.
Put it in cardboard because we have all that cardboard out, and we have no shortage of cardboard
of any kind. All right, I'm going to hand you those because they want those.
Okay.
All right,
in a form, not in the original.
No,
which is very good.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got that going on there. I think I'll just go ahead because I do have some more stuff back here.
Sister Susie is my sister, but not. Through marriage, she's my stepsister Susie because from her second marriage, but Susie's the same age as P, so it's funny.
Actually, she's a little bit older.
Oh, is she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they flew in from New York, where they've been for 6 days, staying with the mother of their neighbor.
That's so awesome.
See,
that just tells you what cool people they are. That like other people that don't maybe necessarily didn't know them before, or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, they're incredible house guests. They totally
are.
take care of themselves. You wouldn't even have. You don't have to do anything, and they cook.
Yes.
All right. So here we go. Our first order of operations. So you see how this occurred. Started out here with this. Now let me show you what I just did here. I found this envelope over on Mariah's side, and I decided I want this.
Oh yeah, dug it out of my trash.
It's pink.
It is kind of the color, so yeah.
It's not really that pink, but I wanted this to show you that pink is one of those colors.
I'm also of the mind that okay, when we do the color combo, I think first pass is okay. This is the color combo. Then second, third pass, which means the second or third stream means things are going to get different.
Okay. So, have
you been mixing things?
I have been mixing. That's how I got this.
Yeah. Oh, and you're kind of getting up to your, the one bottle of stuff that you like. I mean,
and I used up one entire, because remember I've got two.
Yeah.
Somebody just sent me one, then I had the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So I went ahead and it was about 3/4. So what I did is I split it up between, actually all of these have some of the, I put it away, sorry. It's,
yes, and the Maker's color combo.
Yes.
The true color, it's peach, flushing pink, and carrot curl. Now, again, this particular postcard, if you'll flip it over, okay. So this was printed from Adobe Acrobat, and the settings were on auto and normal. But for whatever reason, it darkens the colors when I turn it into a PDF and print it from Acrobat. It's kind of crazy how that happens. Or it's very similar to how if I am in Photoshop and then print it like on best or photo best kind of situation. Just things to keep in mind, because you may be like, well, it's not matching up what I see on the screen, but this is what I get when I print it out. That is totally fine. Like you're in the area.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to mix up some paint today and make this. And Mariah got these squeezy bottles.
They are on our Amazon list now. We're trying not to encourage people to go over there and purchase things, but it is a great deal, and it is where we got those.
And these are really superior. You can see right here. See how that little part sticks up?
Mm-hmm.
It's not buried. You think that's... You're like, oh,
we're becoming professionals at this.
Really? So what? Let me tell you, so what? All right. The one on the golden thing is buried. So I have to dig out every time that little thing on the top there.
It squishes it. It pushes the paint there and then holds it, but you got to clean it out.
Yeah. Because then when I open it up, it either has, this kind of a squirt. But yeah, this works really, really well. And okay. So we're going to make this color here. This is going to be our gold today. I've already got it cut out. But all of these were made using this.
And that is the stuff that she really loves. And then Jeanette and her sister gave up one of their bottles for P. But that's now, so you use the old one.
I used the other one up completely.
That's the new one.
So now I've still got this one. And we're going to... I don't know that we're going to use any of this today. The thing about it is this color has, you can see here, it has more purple to it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, when you just look at it and you look at it over here without anything else around it, you go, oh, that's pink. Well, this is pink too, but you can see the pinks are not the same.
Right.
Pink it's really, really hard. This color here was very hard to make. Really hard. You saw how many.
You saw the chart.
You saw the chart. Yeah. All right. So basically what I'm thinking here is I'm looking at this and I'm thinking,
oh, hey, Christine.
This might be a good place to start. But then I was looking at this over here and look at this. So it's someplace between these two is what I'm thinking. So what we're going to... What?
What is it? She says P&M. It would be cool to buy the colors for each month from us. Girl, do you understand? Trying to get her to be, in the, like, once she's doing the thing, she's really into the thing.
Yeah. But then when I'm done, I'm done.
But the pressure of like,
oh yeah, I'm not making stuff.
And then how do we package it? And let me tell you, shipping paint is a whole other thing, because then it's weather, and then whether or not we have packaged it properly, is it gonna explode? Because if it goes on an airplane, wherever it's going, then the pressure change and it can burst, and there are all sorts of things.
And I want you to know, I can't remember if it was Lizzie Jean or it was Sonia that sent me the ball.
Oh,
I've used up all of my balls.
She's used up all her balls. Carrie asked if the lids on the new bottles are standard size, so they are interchangeable with other bottles. So, does that fit?
Well, you can tell right now it's not interchangeable with that
one. That one's very strange. And
I don't think so. I don't. Ooh.
Maybe on, I wonder if you would be able to put it on these. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's not going to work.
Doesn't seem.
But now
as
the little these little jobbers here, the
maybe
fluid acrylics
from one nozzle to another. No, I'm telling you, no, because that one has.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm not putting it on there because it'll make a. Yeah, and I don't want to do that because I might
cross-contaminating
there, and we don't want to do that.
So yes to some. I don't, this is kind of like Windows. I don't know if there's truly a standard. Which is
and I think that, and these are the same. Maybe. No, I don't think so. No.
Small ones.
Forget that. I thought they were the same on those, but they're not. So, if that's a factor, then I guess that, yeah, you need to take that into consideration. All right, so what do I do here? Well, I've just discovered if I put, because I don't have any more, I've used all my balls.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate because, boy, is that great for mixing the paint.
I bet you we could locate you some more.
I really need more balls.
Okay.
Because when you start hearing the balls click,
then you know it's getting mixed up.
Then you know it's getting mixed up. And if this is really full. Okay, you hear them? Yeah. Now this is not so full.
I think they come pretty quickly, Liz Jean.
We haven't gone through the new box of stuff.
Well, let's do that at the end.
All right, all right.
And I'm going to do mine on Monday.
Okay.
My mailbag Monday.
All right, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to squirt some of this airbrush medium. Mm-hmm. Now, what Mariah was talking about, if you want shiny.
Well, I don't know. I guess as long as the paper clip is a stainless steel one, but I don't know that they are. Because that's the thing is they will rust.
Yes, these were stainless. That was, yeah. I was assured. Okay, this is the GAC 800. It's a low crazing extender for pouring acrylic colors. Now this is slow drying, and they're not just kidding when they say slow drying. I don't use this as much, or if I use it, I don't use as much of it. But this is what you get when you get that really satiny.
And yes,
satin.
if you have
satin glazing liquid.
If you have the glass balls, and now you want to make sure that they're kind of bigger. The bigger ones. Those will work too, just fine. Glass. I would say don't shake as hard, maybe. You don't want to break it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're going to use some of this.
They were some stainless steel ones. Like, about...
yeah, I showed them the other day, but see, here's my little...
Now they're all in the paint.
Container, they're all in the paint. I put 3 to 4 in each one. Which might...
I think, yeah, you could have just done 2. You do want them to clank about.
All right, I just gave that 2 squeezes. See? Not very much in there. I don't know that that's going to make a hill of beans difference, but...
She likes it.
I like it. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to use a whole bunch of airbrush medium. And sometimes I just undo the cap and pour. It's faster.
Careful. A long pour.
I mean, it's not, it really isn't, it's not that much.
Yes, I think so, Alice.
All right, so this is the gloss glazing liquid, right?
They are not, because they came from Sue. Oh, here, Sue. She's going to give me information here. As a Mac tech, she used to have, oh, see, look at that. So she used to have to replace the mouse balls constantly because kids threw them. There were 2 sizes, and the people at Apple thought it was funny to make us tell them big or little. Well, see, we're kind of all along. I mean, I get that. Okay. It is funny.
That's about halfway through there with the glazing, the gloss glazing liquid, which makes it shiny.
Oh, Sue says she has more. A package will go out in a couple days. I guess she has more. And that's also funny.
She just didn't know that I needed those.
Because see, now the mouse that we use these days are the smart mouses, and I don't think they have balls.
Okay, now I could grab this original here that doesn't have this already in it, which would probably be a good thing to do, since this doesn't have any of the glazing liquid in it. This is just the plain. And this business here with this little flippy floppy thing.
Yeah.
I'm less than enthusiastic about that.
Great for not losing it, but just, you know, it's not helpful.
And the thing about it is I'm not sure that it's airtight.
And then somebody else mentioned to me that it kind of gets worn out and doesn't actually then stay on. Who was that? It was one of y'all.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a bold move you did there.
Yeah. All right, that's all right. We'll just spread it around over here. It's going to go onto the sprayer off sheet anyway, and we know that that makes cool things happen. There, okay, and getting it back on there, but getting it on and off, it hurts my finger. And I have really horrible fingernails anyway. So, there is that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm running around. Oh.
Hello, Jackie.
Okay, so you see we've got a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's just go ahead and see what happens here. And this is how you do it, basically.
Little arm check.
Yeah, because I get it all over my arm there.
Mm-hmm. That's good to know, Diane. I was very worried about that. I think that, you know, you need to be able to express yourself.
What is it?
She has an injury on some fingers, but she wants you to know that the middle finger is still accessible. Just in case.
Good to know.
Yeah.
All right. I'm feeling very positive about this, so we're just going to start with half a sheet here.
Okay.
Okay, so what did we do on our first one? I didn't do terribly good documentation on the other. So we got, what is this? This is Jackson Studio Permanent Rose.
And y'all remember the reason that, like, again, she ended up putting a lot of these into the smaller bottles or making new mixes is because the smaller bottles, fit over there on the cart. So it's really great. You can buy, like, paint in bigger containers. So, you know, put those away maybe in the cabinet. But then these little, you know, smaller bottles are great for mixing. And then you can add in the things that you want once you start to kind of understand, hey, well, this paint, I like it, but maybe it dries too fast. So I'm putting in some of, like, the mediums that are going to extend the dry time of it would be great. Yeah. You could even put the retarder in there. Now, one of the things about the retarder is that it tends to be a little bit more on the heavy body side. So it's not going to add, like, swishiness. For these particular bottles, the swishiness is sort of important. So therefore, like, the glazing medium and the airbrush medium are ideal for making these more fluid type paints. Was that some good information?
Good information.
All right.
All right, so here's what I'm thinking. I've got the sheerness, and I think I'm getting into the color range that I need.
I'm happy with it. I think that, like, I don't think you should
Well,
mess
what
with
I'm
it.
going to do is I'm going to add some white to it to give it a bit of opacity.
Okay.
Just
a little less transparent.
A little less transparency. And this I'm going to use, and see, this is good information. I'm going to use the high flow acrylic as my white because
you don't want to lose your swishiness.
I don't want to lose that. And I also, this titanium white and this stuff is like semi-transparent.
Oh, yes. Good call, Diane. She says the retarder does come in liquid and in gel. The one that we typically, well, in fact, the only one that we necessarily have here is the U.S. Art Supply because it's very reasonable. It's just kind of one that we've had. And I don't think that we have actually used or have any of the golden extender. Now, what we have are, like, the glazing medium.
Yeah, we don't really have.
And the airbrush medium. But they do have one that is called, like, extender.
Okay, but this is the low crazing extender for pouring acrylic paint. But now there's a different one.
Yeah, they have all kinds.
Just
for whatever it is that you need it for.
Seriously, they got you covered. It's the most amazing thing. Okay, just make sure that your lid's screwed back on. And you saw I put the white. I did 3 long squeezes. I don't know that that's going to be
Did you get that, Dana?
relevant information.
I don't think she's here right now, but she'll probably watch on replay, and I did let her know that I would get you to do it at some point. I didn't know that you were going to do it today, so that's fantastic. Look at me making things happen. I'm a facilitator.
Facilitator. All right. Now, what happened here is kind of strange.
You pinked it up.
It pinked up.
It perked the pink.
It perked the pink. And I don't know exactly, I don't know that it's, because you can see from here to here, there is a difference. So here I added the white, which I should write that down right now.
Maybe because of the glossiness of it.
I'm going to.
But that seems like a lot to really perk it up that much.
It really does.
Are you sure you didn't just shake it more than you'd shaken it earlier? She might have given it more shaking. That was unexpected. Yeah.
Okay, so we just, and it's really hard. It should dry because the dry color and the wet color are different. And you can see here what was happening. Look at that. See, that was very close.
That's why I told
now
you
I'm
leave
getting
alone.
over here into this one, and it's hard. I think it needs a tiny, tiny bit of green.
Yeah, fill it out.
And what we're going to use is we're going to use High Flow.
I was going to suggest that.
Phthalo Green, a blue shade.
I think that's smart.
Because we do, if you look at that color, it has some blue in it.
And I mean, you need like
I know this is going to...
as little as you can get in there. Just knowing how things go.
And then I've got, this nozzle here that's partially clogged.
Clogged nozzle. In fact, you could squirt down your finger in the... Okay. That's... The suspense, y'all. Oh, no.
Look at that. Did you see even the color on the outside?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What happened there?
Well, you really do need some stuff in there to swish around and mix it up.
I really do, because it's what
It's just not
it is.
mixing.
It knotted. It got clogged up into the lid. And see, we're still getting stuff from the lid.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna get you some temporary balls.
Show you what's happening here. See, I need some balls to knock it back off there into the. It's funny when I was doing those others. I took the lid off and set it down here, and one of the balls is stuck in the top, and then when I picked it up, it fell out, and I was going, boy, that's a very large clump of paint. But you can see what happened here. It's stuck up into the nozzle.
It's like I have all of these. I don't have any that are basically like empty. There's some that are very close.
Well, I'm going to waste a little paint here, but I'm going to try to get all of the extra blue business.
Would that make me sad? For it. We're just going to go for it.
Well, like I said, I don't think the color that we're getting right there is the color that is in the main body. But because it's all stuck up there in the nozzle.
All right, can you, oh, actually, I got it. Oh, is there just one ball? I guess that makes sense. All right, here. Here is a ball. It's got white paint on it. One ball. That's all that Ranger puts in there.
Well, it seems like you need at least two so they can knock around and hit each other.
That's kind of how I feel about it. Maybe you don't really. Maybe you're just, you just need one. One working one.
Well, it's got to be better than
none.
In what was in there, which was 0.
Yeah.
Well, I really didn't anticipate this, being such a big.
Oh, see, and that's why I tell y'all about the whole mix and paint thing.
Looks to me to be just. Now you saw how much I put in.
I know. I told you it was good. Yeah, I know, and I knew it was too much.
A drop. I don't know how, unless I took a pen and.
Well, that's why I said you need to wipe it on your finger, and it needed to be about as much as you could smudge in there. It needed
I
to
just
smudge.
Keep saying this is gonna.
The soup is gonna get right here in just a moment.
It is. I may just have to, shush some out here and.
So maybe Lizette was onto something, because the amount of batches that you make with these paint mixing colors, we could ship it out to folks. It is not bad, Kim. This is a meeting of the minds.
Okay, so I'm just holding this down here. Can you see that?
If you spread it out just right, it's good to go.
It's good to go.
I love it.
We're going to go with it.
I like it.
And it's really different than anything else I've got over here, which I'm kind of excited about that. And so my darling granddaughter ran off with my tape.
Hi, Sharon.
And I don't know what the hell she did with it.
Oh, is that what you were hollering about? I heard you say tape out loud yesterday, and I was like...
Yes. And I'm like, Izzy, this is why... And then she looks at me and just starts boo-hooing. I mean, this kid can turn on the waterworks in a New York minute and just...
She's very sensitive.
Yeah. God knows where she gets that from. All right. So you see what the inherent problem is. You need balls if you're going to mix paint. I'm just serious.
Because that made all the difference.
This made all the
swisher
difference. And you can see what I'm talking about here after I squirted a bunch of it out here. And got rid of a lot of what was in the nozzle.
Yeah.
Caught up in the nozzle. Then this started coming out. And I knew that because you can see down here.
Yeah. I like that pink.
So, I'm going to just put this aside. Because what I do is I glue these on. Because I think I'll remember. But I won't. So, I mean, some of these are really intricate. Like this one right here. This one has airbrush medium vermilion. That's from this. And anyway, yeah, okay. Enough said about that.
Enough said about all that. You get all that.
Move along here and actually use these to create something.
People like the paint mixing. They really do.
And what I will do is I will cut this out and I will tape it on. But I can't get to my tape right now because of my bridge.
And you want to wait till it dries.
Well, I'm not taping these on. I'm just going to tape on that instruction there.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, and here, and I need to write down before I forget.
Well, and now you know if you just need one ball, you could actually go fishing for those other ones. But I don't know. That might be quite the... Hey, I wonder... Are the stainless steel? Well, they're not magnetic, are they?
What?
Stainless steel is not. Is it magnetic?
Sure. It's got iron in it. Yeah.
Well, then we
Yes.
could probably get them out with the little magnet. I gotta find the small one. Or we could just put the little magnets up against the side and pull it up to the top. We're not doing that on camera.
We're not, yeah, that isn't going to be something that's going to be.
Because that seems like it could go really badly.
Really bad, really fast. Okay, so we're just going to put all these kind of up here. And I don't know which one of them we're going to actually use. I'm not going to use that today. Use that.
Oh, Dawn, just Rhonda can probably, because most of the time people have become friends, but you may want to send her a friend request. But that's usually kind of one of the ways to get that sort of worked out. Or wait until she contacts you, I guess.
Okay, so I did go ahead.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought too. See, not all stainless is magnetic.
Oh.
Because I kind of remember that when I had my tongue ring. Because it was stainless steel, but it wasn't magnetic. Didn't even like me mentioning.
This weird color up in the nozzle area on some of these. I've got to move these out of the way because I have to. There we go. Okay. I needed my tape.
Would you like me to locate the tape? You've now mentioned it 3 times. Well, I feel like that's an issue.
I've got one. This one's pretty clean. I'll just bring this one over.
I'm gonna find the tape real quick. Do you know where she hauled it off to?
She hauled it off to her bedroom. They were doing something with boxes. And I'm really gonna. I
think you need to find out more information about just before you're sending things off to people. Oh my God, what are these doing over here?
All right, so now we need to decide about.
Gosh,
as I really decided, I think this is what I'm going to use. Because Mariah wants circles. So I thought start out with the big circles. Because then I can come back in and do some of the smaller circles with the pointing, if need be. Does that make sense? I'm gonna wait till she gets back so she can hand me her paper over there. Because it is the big 12 by 12 what do you call it? You know, kind of stuff that they put in scrapbooks. Has a pattern on it, and it's usually two-sided, and we've
I don't know.
gel plated them before. Okay, hand me whichever piece of paper you want me to use.
Oh, okay.
And then we need to talk about what paint we're going to use.
Well, which one do you want? I think, okay, here, actually, I'm going to hand both over to you because I think we should discuss why a particular stencil should or should not be used with one of those. Aren't these fabulous? They go with the color combo. I know they're not spot on, but see, again, they are in the color family, and then this is stream number 2, so this is just we're building on the project.
Building on the project. Okay, so we've got these different, and I know that this is one of the, this was the main one here.
Peach-ish.
I don't know. What do you think? Or should we go with the orange? This is more of the orange, I think.
Personally, I would like the pink, but that's me. But yeah, no, go ahead and do that. But I think that, yeah, with the stripes, you want something that's going to block out some, but leave enough too, but be more interesting. I don't know. We're just going to see how it goes.
Okay, well that seems to be coming out more yellow than, so I'm thinking it needs more shaking. Maybe that's not it. Maybe this is it. You know, I just mixed up a whole bunch of them because I had it out here. Yeah. I thought, you know, this is going to be a good thing to do. Yeah, this is the, this. I don't know if that's the one I want to use.
I don't love that one.
I don't either.
Like for this.
This is just the airbrush. This is more of this.
My vote is the new pink, the one that you just mixed. But
oh, the new one? Yeah, that's one of the ones that I went in. Okay.
It does look like makeup foundation. It looks like, you know, you're trying to pick a foundation.
Well, that's what it is.
Foundation color, though. Like,
it's what it is. It's for making skin color.
Yeah.
That pink. Well, I don't know that this is going to work brilliantly because I don't think it has enough white in it. But you know what?
I'm kind of okay with that.
I think that it's not going to be totally, you know, powsy-wowsy.
We might be able to put in another layer of something.
Subtle.
Yes, this is Uncle Joe's coffee rings right here. Hi, Monroe. How have you been? And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you were here. We like to know that you were here so we can say hello. Give those thumbsy upsies if you would, please. And share the stream if you're feeling, you know, frisky.
And you have somebody that you think might enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, there are people out there that
just don't know about us.
Don't know about us.
I've got some like extra ideas about the whole layout and bringing in more of the collage prompts from Eddie's list. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then see, you need to be part of Makers and watch for at the beginning of the month. I see. I think that looks cool. Y'all know I love this sort of this kind of subtle situation. And then I think something else can be added to it too. Next, you know, like I think more polka dotty business with the more skin tony one.
Okay, I so totally agree with you. All right, so what we're going to do here on this one, because I don't know that you really wanted anything on this one.
Oh, I don't care. I really don't. Like, because they're gonna go in the background, so she could totally mess these up, and I'll probably still use them.
Okay, well, that's certainly...
No pressure.
That certainly alleviates a large portion of...
As long as you continue using the same colors, I'm good.
All right, so I'm just going to put this back down here, and we're going to give this a little... And then we're going to use a little...
Oh, hey, Patty.
This is Pinky Deco Art Paint Baby Blush. But I don't think it is Baby Blush anymore. It has airbrush medium added. But it's going to add a little opacity here, so.
Yeah, and I think it kind of needs that if you want
it to show up at all.
Have a little more zing to it. Hey, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
I don't know about that, Diane.
About what?
I'm not even gonna say it because you'll be like, oh goodness.
I will say, oh, good.
No. She says, what about using bleach on the gel plate? I think it might eat into it. I don't think you want to do it.
I would not, and I don't know why you'd want to do that anyway.
Well, she said to, undo color. She might be being funny too. I don't know. It's Diane.
All right, I gave that a little. I put it down on the other piece, the striped piece.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. There you go.
And this is kind of bumpy paper.
Yeah, it's really interesting because it has it's textured, but it also alters the color of it slightly.
And it might be leaving behind a texture on the gel plate also. On the end. Awful lot of pink here.
I like that. Cause see that hits the colors in a because you have a variation there. So hey, Arty Dar.
All right, well, I'm going to hand these back over to you.
Okay.
And what I'm going to say is, if you want me to, I can do some pointing with, but I'd like to see you put it down onto and kind of, see how it's going to look. But I've got these, I found these for pointing.
That's what we need. But that is going to be Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Bye. No,
8 days.
We're drawing one of my project out like hers.
All right, what fell off here? Bricks fell down. Don't want to lose bricks, for God's sake. Okay, now what else do we have to do here? Oh, we have lots to do. Anyhow, so we've got these colors out here. These require pointing, but I'm going to go ahead and get these. I'm just going to use one color over. And there's not enough on there that I think it's going to be, it's not going to make or break anything. All right, now I think this is a little, that's not the one I want. Got to dig it out here. All right, so what I want to do here is I want to see if I can bring in that kind of pinky color that I've got going there. Boy, that's a mess.
Yes, that is exactly right, Sandy. Yeah, good call.
What is it?
She wanted to know if you were helping me make papers. Yes, and then we're going to do more of that on Thursday. Like, we're going to move the camera. I'm going to be back on Thursday. But we'll thought, too.
Yes. Really hard to get this totally even, but I don't really even think that that's like a big deal. I wanted the turquoise to be what was emphasized in this print, rather than the bringing in the kind of lavendery, orchidy color. And then what I'm hoping is going
Oh,
to
hi,
do
Lori.
is punch up the turquoise as well as cover up. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I can call it. Look at how that
Yes.
neurographic really
Yeah,
just
like
jumps out at you.
Now, of course, it's still wet, so it doesn't quite, I mean, that doesn't.
Okay, I'm bringing another one over that's totally different that I just think needs a little bit more something.
And she just happened to have some more something on the plate.
Something.
Oh, Addie's got alcohol ink video coming out in a few days. Oh, hey, Cheshire.
Now, see, that did, it did hit some of those spots that were.
Where did you even pull that from? I mean, that thing has been
What?
around for a while.
Yes, because it has my
Yeah.
patterns that I developed out there with the
Pencil.
pencil. Okay, those are good. I'm so excited about that. I think that's just wonderful. Put anything on top of that quite yet. Let's see what else we have here. And I'm really, wasn't that interesting? Very specific little hole there.
Mm.
I mean, I don't.
Is it a hole? You're in the wrong spot.
No. Yeah, it's where one of the branches of the star dug down into the paper.
Huh.
Interesting. Who knew? Okay, that's not, didn't do oodles and scoodles to it, but all right, I'll leave this alone for a little bit. You can tell, see, this is the glissando satin glazing liquid, slow dry.
Slow dry.
Slow dry. Okay. Now I've got this and this.
This is an altered version of Ink Splot.
Which I really like this with
The
the other,
edge.
with the big one.
Yeah.
And I think I've got some big ones. I don't know if I can get this, but maybe they'll show up here. Okay, now, need something that has a little bit of opacity to it. And that's going to go with this. So I am thinking my favorite. Y'all should be able to predict it by now. Buy it in the large jar. It's getting kind of low.
Mm.
I use this
Yeah, a lot.
a lot. And I use this a lot in my mixing because it's just the right red.
It's almost brown.
This seems a bit thick.
It is. You need to add more of that extender or whatever.
Well, the problem is it got too full.
Oh.
And they don't shaky very good.
Yeah, you need to shake.
You need them to shake, shake, shake. And
There you go. Just using one of her other, washout mixes. When she grabs from in front of her, those are usually more washout mixes.
Loosey-goosey.
Yeah. There's all sorts of things in there.
now we're getting it down in there.
Oh, what's that for? Thanks, Arty Dar.
All right, what I'm going to try to do here, I don't know that it's going to work because we've been farting around now for.
Appreciate that. Hey, Mary Thomas. I know that's right. Mm-hmm. Well, I think Sue's going to send us some more. But it sounds like she needs some paint, so, you know, that is appreciated.
Well, that didn't do a whole lot of beans there.
No.
But
by the way,
some.
I have discussed bean stamps and the twirly teardrops with Brad, and he was very excited about the bean thing because he was like, oh, I could see that for all sorts of, you know.
Oh, yeah, those
so
beans.
Stay tuned, you know. Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay, now don't get too excited about that right now. We're just going to come back in here really quick and we're going to shoot some.
Oh, thank you, Jocelyn.
Grab two.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is going to pick this up or not because a lot of times what happens here, somebody asked me, you know, how long do you leave it down before you pull it up? Well, that just depends. Are you going to from paint to paper or paint to paint? Is the paint to paint, paint to dry paint? And I'm talking about like overnight dry paint. Or is it paint to paint that is slightly not dry? Because remember, that's what happened the other day when we did get an absolutely fabulous print from that.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, and that's a good one right there. Ooh, yes, very nice, Patricia.
I know, hot diggity, huh? All right, this is a really horrible print. So we want the green to go away because it's just pukey and poopy.
Yeah, it's not very exciting what's happening there.
Horrible green.
And the white area of the paper leaves some opportunity.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
And so we need to think about what do we want to do here? Do we want it to completely obliterate the green?
I did. So, Sissy Jean, and I guess were you here earlier on in the stream? Because I got it. But no, they didn't. They didn't put anything in the box, so we didn't know who sent it. So Lizzie Jean was our see, my Yeti. See, P hasn't put stickers on hers yet.
I haven't, but I'm going to. Now I don't want to use that.
I was super excited.
All right, I'm going to whip a little gold in here.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I want to break up this blue. And this is kind of puny anyway.
Yeah.
And then it has stuff in it, put in it. So hopefully it's going to be punier. Just trying to get it. See that piece of paper that I have under there? Trying to get it past that so that I can get a good
I know. I'm so excited about that. I love this blue mix. That's all awesome. Ooh, and if you can get, I don't think everything is going to come up there, but.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but if you don't have one of these Barons, you need to get one.
It is a very
I
helpful
have
tool.
not had any flare-ups with my fingers since I started using that. And before, I mean, especially these right here, they would be so sore and so broken out. Remember, I'd have to wear those finger things. I haven't had to do that in a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, I still do touch the paper, but when I do a lot of these prints, one after another.
Yeah. Especially like when you're adding a lot of pressure into, like, trying to get down into the areas. I think that's really when, because the paint, you know, the moisture from the paint, that in itself.
Well,
it's not the direction I thought it was going to go.
Not the direction I thought it was going to go either.
But I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I really like this.
I think if you wanted to kind of create that green everywhere, like my thing would be to just spray it. Because that could be done. But then again, I really do like kind of the brown and blue areas. Those are very pretty. And it did an interesting thing in the green area.
You know, it's better than it was. Let's just say that. And I don't know what to do with it right now. So what I do is I just put it over there.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to decide what's gonna happen right now. Just don't have to. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff going on here. But let's just see what. All right, so I've got this piece. And I mean, it doesn't matter what we do to this, it's going to be better than it is right now. That always kind of, you know, leaves me a little.
Moving forward.
Moving forward.
Doing our best.
Titanium white. And it's closed, not open. It'll be slightly blued out white simply because it has that other stuff underneath it. We don't really care about that.
Oh, bye, Monroe. I've probably already missed them, but. Ooh. I mean, that's not like that's not hard to do. That would be easily reproducible, but it's very stunning. Oh, Lizette, that's wonderful.
Would be good for your shibori book, Mariah.
It would be. I think I just need to make it. I need to make volume 2.
Really? Because I think you've got enough stuff.
I do. Like, I don't. It's not all gonna fit in the one that I got. And that in itself wouldn't be terribly difficult because we do have the shibori papers, and that might be kind of fun to print those out. And you do, because we have different stencils, much different stencils than when we first did that.
Absolutely.
In fact, I'm trying to think. Goodness. Was that shibori? Was that 3 years ago? I have to look that up to see when that video was done. We've had a lot of stencils since then.
That we have.
Mm-hmm. It is still funny. I laugh.
What is funny?
So, Eddie got confused because there was kind of, a breakdown and, there were a time lapse in between something. And then I think Eddie was kind of like, what? Huh? And then Becky says, not funny if you have to explain it. And then she did explain it and it was funny to me.
Look at that.
That looks cool.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Now that's a little harder to do.
That's a little harder to do. Now we still have something left here.
Ooh, thanks, Mo. And Mo put a link to the shibori papers. I wish I had a date on that. Hello, Carolina.
Mo, I swear to God, I do not know what we would do without you. I was just admiring my letter opener. I just get it out and hold it and rub on it.
You've just made her day.
I mean, it's just...
Thank you, Jeanette.
Wonderful.
It was 3 years ago.
I need to get a sheath for it. I could wear it for a necklace. But I wear it right now. It might be kind of... when I bend over, I might do
you drop something.
Appendectomy. Inadvertent appendectomy.
Really hate it when that happens.
Last time I checked, it wasn't
Well, that's why
recommended.
you're supposed to carry it like on your hip. And you need one of those little things. And that's why I said you needed
sheath.
the whole, skirt and everything.
Yeah.
It's a whole, thing that goes with all that.
All right. Now you can see what happened here. There were areas where the paint was either too dry or not dry enough. And this is going onto a painted surface, and it's going onto a shiny painted surface. And what happens a lot of times with those shiny painted surfaces? Well, let me just tell you. They really don't. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use, which one of these little jobbers shall I use?
Mo says, I don't think you even realize the symbolism. Iron is associated with strength, protection, and overcoming obstacles.
Hell yeah.
She's in love with it even more now. It really is super cool. I would rather you not carry that around out in public, though.
It's a letter opener, for God's sake.
Well, I know, but I don't know that everybody looks at it like that.
I don't either. Here, we're going to use our new pink on this to pull this up.
All
now,
right.
You people out there that want
She's
to...
hanging around so many of those.
What?
Good for dark alleys at night.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Remember that situation in Baltimore?
It was a little sketch, but that's all right.
Yeah, we made it.
We made it.
We had nice...
Thank God for our cabbie being a super sweet person and very worried about us.
And then this nice young man who walked us home from... Well, the cabbie let us out at the wrong place, and it wasn't his fault. It was our fault.
Yeah.
because we didn't know where the hell
Yeah,
we
and
were.
then that's right. I had forgotten
And
about
that
that.
young man walked us home. He
Yeah,
said,
he was like, "Oh,
you do
guys."
not need to be walking around at this time of night. We said, well, we thought this was a pretty nice neighborhood. He says, well, it doesn't matter.
It's late.
And he did. He walked us home. Didn't know us from Jack,
Nope.
you know, Robinson.
Oh,
there's
Alice.
just nice folks everywhere you go in the world.
Yeah. Alice says you could make a sheath like your pouches. Line it with some heavy fabric. We could totally.
I'm thinking leather.
And
I'm gonna talk to my friend Sunday and see if she can
hook you up with some.
make me a pouch for my letter opener.
You can send
I
her
can
measurements
take it
and
with
stuff.
me.
Mm-hmm. This was many
All
years
right.
ago.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back down.
Oh, there's no substitute for Eddie. He's the king. Mm-hmm. And Paula's the queen. Darcy does our math.
Mo lets everybody know where the hell to buy things.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably instrumental to our financial success. All right, now I'm
Diane
leaving
has a
that
wrench.
on there.
She shows up and does. She lets us know.
So
things.
look at this. It looks like veins.
It does. This is where it looks more brainy. And Debsy helps us out. She's the she's a spreadsheet maker. She's a paper database maker. Mm-hmm. We all got our parts around here.
Look how swell and elegant that looks. And see that nice shiny?
She's coming back to this one because it was a good one. So that was Neuro, the new Neuro. And then, well, it started out as a Brer off.
Yes.
Then some Neuro.
Neuro. And then
Smushy, then, or then was it the Desert Cracks, then
yeah.
Smushy.
And then
Yeah.
Desert Cracks.
Yeah, man.
Pretty impressive, I think. Okay, now.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, sorry about that. I know that's squeaking at you.
I'm getting more used to it.
Here's our words.
Diane's here for a good look.
She's here for what?
Her good looks. She brings pugs to all the parties.
There we go. Look at that. Now you can tell it's got a little bit of oil out there, so it should pull. And it is. It's pulling really nice. For one little.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that you pulled this one because it reminds me to let everybody know. So we'd only actually, because orders had come in and whatever, but there were just a handful that were sent out in this form, which you guys were right. And Lexi, I think it was Lexi who was like, I think confidence is spelled wrong, and it was. So we have it fixed. The one on the website is all better, and we have
Where's confidence?
in the middle. But we figured that you wouldn't really mind so much, so.
I don't even know where it is. I see kindness.
Well, it really irks me because I did look through it because I was like, all right, I'm going to look through this just in case. But I'm so terrible at that. Like, my brain automatically just does that whole. I'm really good at reading those, when they put the numbers and the letters and
here it is. Well, you can't really read it anyway, so. At least you can on this because it's kind of ooked out there. See, it lost.
But it has been remedied.
So confidence is now correctly spelled.
Yes, and there was a little adjustment, and I put more little stars in there for her. And then Lucy Ames, she was so sweet. She was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "I already fixed it. Don't worry."
Instead of E.
No, so there's more letters there than
E-N-C-E.
She's like, looks right to me.
C-O-N-F-D.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even.
And it should just be E-N-C. See, there's an I, an E, and an N.
Oh,
extra.
Well, a lot of times what happens when you're writing words, when you're like that, You forget how to spell them. I do it all the time.
Oh,
when I'm lettering.
Oh, yeah. And you think that to put it, and then you're like, oh, where was
Oh, my
I at?
God, or I forget a letter. Like, what did I wrote greed, but I went geed. Forgot the R.
It's important.
It is. All right. So I just wanted to show you that. I think that was kind of remarkable. And I think what I'm going to do with this, I just suddenly decided.
Yeah, a good call, Lexi. No, I'm happy that y'all are,
See this transparent, beautiful transparent turquoise?
Deb says each extra syllable makes you more confident.
There you go.
Yeah. Good stuff. Oh, hi, Elizabeth.
This turquoise is just like.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh my gosh, I just love it so much.
Yeah, I've done that too, Mimi. Yep. Yeah, whenever we were doing more like, when I did more graphic design work, I would let the people know I am not a copy editor. I make things look pretty. I will fill the text in. I am a copy and paster. So if you give it to me wrong, that is how it's going to be. I had to be very clear about that. Oh, you got 30 minutes.
Oh, I'm just.
I know, but
I'm through stuff here. Yes. Look at that.
Well done. Pulled it back around. Did have to go the way of the green. Because it just wasn't going to back down.
It wasn't going to.
Just
was not going to do it. But look what we got here. Now we let this dry.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can pull this up with some other really wonderful thing. We've got some more sort of stars.
Oh, okay. So Lucy Jean says, is the sheen coming from the paper or the airbrush medium? Airbrush medium.
Yeah.
That's what creates that cool little, it's just, sheen is the best word for it. Because it's not glossy, but it just.
It's really, it's just such a rich.
Yeah.
Velvety.
Mm-hmm. And creates that depth.
It really honestly does.
Mm-hmm.
Got my static electricity situation going on here. Sucking up my paper.
No doubt, Sherry. No doubt.
Alrighty. Now, I pulled some of these earlier.
Yeah, we should tell Golden they should just, sheen in a bottle is what they should call it.
Yeah.
For gel printers. They could, same product, just sheen in a bottle.
Well, this was one of my paint mixing.
Uh-huh.
And then I
washi tapey. Mm-hmm.
Washi taped around. Now, I think that this one's quite remarkable because I made the lightning bolts using the skinny tape. Oh. And then I pulled this using one of the iridescent, I think it was
the
blue or the green.
Lilac. I don't see the green. Oh, maybe there is some green there.
Yeah. But look at that.
Yeah.
There was some on the plate anyway. So really it's kind of, so see the green?
Yeah, I don't think, the green's something else.
No, the green is this. This stuff right here, see? See that right on the end?
But how is it going blue?
Because there was blue
that
paint.
Was, okay.
And so what it did is it's coming slightly through where it was really thin. And that's why you're seeing the blue. Yeah. But I think there was also still some of this stuff left on the plate.
Oh, hi, Maggie.
Underneath everything.
Liz Jean wants to know, can you mix it on the plate? Best not to. And I'll tell you, Because when we talk about those slick spots, any type of the mediums, whether it's, you know, the retarder, the glazing medium, even if it's a matte medium, any kind of, you know, impasto, blah, 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 any mixative that you would put with your paint, if you put it directly on the plate, it creates a slick spot.
Yeah.
And so you'll be like, where did that come from? Well, that's because it's best to mix it into the paint or separately on a different plate, then use it to do whatever you're doing on your main plate.
Because it really is hard to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Jackson Studio Cadmium Yellow plus Airbrush Medium, and you can see it is translucent. I should probably give that a little shake, shake, shake. Some of these are really filled up.
Oh, hi, Walter. Thanks for hanging. Been really into the red and the yellow lately. There is just something making my eyeball crazy.
I had to cut some of my hairs were going into my eyes.
Yeah, I think that could be what's happening as well. And the allergy business has been.
Oh, I just wake up every day and I've got crusty eyes.
Mm-hmm. No, it's so sad about Joann's, but yeah, Becky got 40% off paint.
Oh, wow.
Joann's going out of business. Look at that.
Isn't that cute?
Not cute.
Now, we will pull that later. Oh, check this out. Remember this? This is the leftover. This thing out here in the middle was leftover from when we did the honeycombs.
Oh, it sure is. Look at that.
And then I went over it with the new pinks and the stencil that I just showed you. And this is one of those really smushy. See that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is this very sticky plate, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. But it's working pretty well. I haven't. It's kind of ooks you out because it feels like, you know, you're touching brains or something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ah, you gotta buy in store now. Yeah, that makes sense. Hi, Irma. Ooh, I do love that. Sometimes because of the distortion of the plate, you don't always get the full effect, especially with the shiny, you know, the metallic ones. You don't get to see that until it's old. Wish would have videoed that one, but it did take a bit longer than probably a minute.
But it is pretty spectacular, isn't it?
It really is.
Pretty spectacular. Okay. And that was it. That was one where it was left, stuff was left on the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mixed paint on it.
What's next? What else you got over there?
Well,
she's got all kinds of
some
things
more
over there.
Stuff. Oh, here. This one.
Oh, and you can go through your stuff that Lizzie Jean sent you.
Oh, no.
Oh, it didn't go all the way down. Or that was dry. That's
well,
interesting.
That's interesting.
Well, that's interesting.
That's very interesting. We've got to remember that happened.
Why did it?
I don't know, because sometimes it just dries up on the edge. See, that's that.
Yeah, but why
shiny
so brown? Like, that's very particular.
I don't know. It's just
like
the way I brayered it out there, I guess. But you can see.
Like a train tunnel.
Picked up some. Can you see that? Pearlized stuff. It just didn't
Well, that's what you pulled it with. But the stuff that was down, it wasn't coming up.
Didn't want to pull that stuff up. But did the rest of this, and look at this interesting edge here. Now, I couldn't have made that happen.
Oh, bye, Yolanda.
I just think it's really cool. It's like the entrance to a cave. And then you've got this little hanger on her here, which I can go ahead and glue down. But I'm not going to because it's not really the right color anyway. Just pick that off. And
chuck it to the side.
Roll it up in a little burger ball and throw it away.
Okay.
There we go.
I don't think you threw it away. I think she just threw it across the room.
Look at those brush strokes there.
Look at that.
Isn't that amazing? Some amazing stuff.
Good night, Liz. Thanks for hanging.
We'll have to do something special with that little booger.
Put a train in there.
Yeah.
Or actually, all you need is the headlight thing. And then you can, then underneath you can say,
I could do the car.
The train is coming. There's some kind of.
This is another one of the mixers, and then the
more scratchy, you know.
Yeah.
I like that you went with 5.
I did. Lightning bolts.
Oh. Finger scratches.
See that fork there?
Yeah. She's perfecting her lightning bolts.
I'm perfecting.
Y'all stay with us.
I thought that
You can say I was there in the early days of her lightning bolts.
And I would take the tape this, but I don't know where my tape is.
And nor do I, because
sweet darling granddaughter has.
I can't believe you let her take off with it. Nah, well, you handed it to her. It really is your fault.
I said I wanted it back, but I did not specify a time.
Yeah.
Which was probably mine.
Yeah. I know, the blue and the orange is fab together.
Okay, we've got another one of those plates that, gets...
Oh, Emma says maybe put a little fire in the depths of the cave.
Oh. Well, shucky darns, yeah, because see, this is the darkest part.
Yeah.
So I like make a little. Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
But it's still fun to say. Oh, good night, Ellen. Thanks for hanging. Oh, Deb says, or glowing eyes.
Oh, yeah.
You could put like 3 sets. Ooh, that one's kind of in. Yeah, you got some.
I'm not sure what that is.
I can tell you what I think that looks like, but okay. Kind of.
Well, I remember when I was doing this, I was having trouble with it picking up. It wanted to just grab a whole bunch. So I had to take my fingernail and shut it off,
Bye, Carrie. Thanks for hanging.
But I think those colors are marvelous together.
Yes, the colors are marvelous together.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. Well, let's see here. What do we got? I think I just did that one, right? Let's see if it's ready to come up. Yeah, it is. Look at that.
Looky there.
Now, that's a sweet little print.
It is. And, I mean, that would make a fantabulous... I mean, if you wanted to make a little card out of it, that would be super. You could get a pretty darn cool ATC out of it. A little wasteful. Probably wouldn't be able, maybe front and back. But I think more like a postcard. Fab.
And that's that stripper. So the stripper is definitely a... Yeah, I got them all pulled.
Look at there.
Yeah.
You got 20 minutes. You can go through your stuff that Lizzie Jean sent you.
Yeah, and then go back through. Look at that. Isn't that turning out to be beautiful?
Now, Lizzie Dean, did you send anything else? Because
I would have.
we got stuff from Amazon.
And I would have
we
taken
don't
a
know
picture
where
of
it
that
came
darn
from.
baby, but she was buck naked, sitting down here on the floor, going through all this stuff.
Yeah.
And the porn factor there is. I mean, I know. Yeah, the child has no inhibitions. Look at how cool that looks. It's like somebody stitched around the edge. And I don't even know how that happened. But that is very cool. Let me get all these together. I thought these were really super fantastic. We'll go through the prints. Now, this is quite a lot here, I must say. And Izzy has already, of course,
Hey, Healing.
everything that was in the capybara is gone. And I made her give me these back because I want to put these in with her beads. She has a whole...
Well, and I had to have a little conversation with her because I found a ton of her bead stuff, like all over her room. Darn kids, just wish they'd act right. They act like kids. It's very, very annoying.
So anyway, I told her, I said, these are really cool because the letters on them are shiny.
Yes, her other ones aren't that fancy.
And they're not that fancy. And boy,
and I like those colors. The other ones are like these are nice pastel, pretty.
Oh, I know. And look at that one kind of goldy yellow in there.
These are too good for her.
Yeah, they really are. And I want you to know I broke the bracelet.
You broke the bracelet?
But it's no worries because I know how to fix it. Because I've done it before. I put it on and was going to wear it, and I broke one of the little...
Hooty-doos, and then...
One of the...
Yeah.
And look at that one, too. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous. And
hey, Margie. Hello, Juliet. Hey, Janice.
These are little...
Upsies, y'all.
If I could find the opening.
Things got real today.
Opening here on this bag. Who knew it was going to be...
It's not fully clear, but it's clear enough.
Clear enough.
Ooh.
Fancy.
It's a fleur-de-lis.
Now, Izzy wanted these, and I said,
bet she did.
Hell no. I said, first of all, I need to show them. But secondly, I don't know that this is something that you need.
No.
These might be really cool to hold your posters together, Mariah.
Maybe. Well, I think that's a little fancy for the, out on the streets.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
I'm saving this one out to use in my book that I do.
Yeah, the book that you do.
And Izzy, she gave me this one. She said, this would be a good one for me to put glue down. I thought that was her. She gets it every now and then. And I haven't even opened this, but this is, that this has got lots of potential there. Look at that.
Ooh. That is cool.
I know. And these don't have a name on them, so I guess they're just to whomever decides.
Wow.
I know. Put that tassel down there.
We love a good tassel.
Yeah, Izzy liked that tassel too.
This crowd's a tassel.
She wanted to know.
Or tassel.
Whose these were for.
Those are mine.
I said, hey, I think you're going to have to fight with your mother on this one.
I'm supposed to be is this the part of the box that's mine?
Well, it doesn't say.
Okay.
It's just a lot of.
Well,
and I'll show you this in a minute because this is.
Yeah, those are. I don't know who that was. I can't wait to try those.
But check this out, Mariah.
It's a big one. It even says so.
It even says so.
I love it when a product really just, says, this is what I am.
Big.
Big.
Jumbo embossing. Emboss, big emboss it.
Big.
Biggin.
Big, boom.
Biggin. All right, now.
Mm-hmm.
This is just so wonderful. I just says
Oh, Cynthia,
embrace
she says those are the pens.
Weird.
Oh, look
at that. And look at this little bird, this little love letter. And then it says, just a few goodies to keep you all busy. Now, I am going to share these with Izzy, and I will just put them out here. But I wanted to show everybody, because she hauls stuff off, and nobody ever sees it.
And then we never see it again, and then, you know.
But, and she wanted this. She
Yeah,
says, that needs to go on my capybara. I said, BS, sister. You just need to back off. You've got lots of little things on.
Oh, she came down and showed me all the things. Yes.
She was so excited. I really, you know.
Becky ordered that big pad last night.
Wear some dadgum clothes.
I know, and I owe Sue a video, but I gotta get it. Yeah, I gotta do the air.
Hey, check it out.
Thanks.
I'm gonna crackle me some stuff. Shut up, Mariah. Just shut up.
There's a running joke around here because we have 3 different types of crackle because she was thoroughly convinced.
It is the brand.
Thoroughly convinced. None of them were working.
None of them.
I got them all to work. I'm like, yeah, you can't mess with it. You have to leave it alone. This one over here is
I'm
like,
gonna crackle some stuff.
just put it over there and forget about it for a while.
Here's an embossing dabber.
Oh.
So you could put your stencil down, right? Am I thinking about this right? And then dab on the top, and then.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely worth a whirl.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what does this say? Distress spritz.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Weathered wood.
Ooh.
That's
mine.
That's Mariah's.
That comes over here. Thank you.
Yes, because I don't spritz.
I guess we're not going to do this on Monday, but that's fine. Ooh, I am very excited about this color here.
Well, all right. So these are, I'm thinking, we've got 2 things in here. We've got some flocking business going on.
Oh, that's mine. She told me that.
That's yours?
Yeah.
I think maybe this is black flock.
Are there instructions? I mean, I could look them up, but.
No.
Okay.
She's got the cutest little dadgum bags, and look at this. And
but read the message on the back of the bird. She says, oh, there's a message on the back of the bird.
Oh, on the back of the bird. I didn't take the bird off. I made this with one of Darcy's old leaf stamps.
Oh.
Check that out. Well, shucky darns.
Fabulous.
And I love this dude.
Well, I think that's a different company.
It is?
You know, other people make stamps. We ain't mad at them.
I really like this little patchy business going on there. And look at these guys.
Now those, yeah, so that's Dolores. And
this is the one I used extensively.
Yeah, so these are Sophia's. I can't remember the other 2 names, the other 2 that are on there. I can't remember their names, but they are part of the whimsical
business.
Yeah, whim circles. Yeah.
Okay, you need to put this, I think, up on your board, Mariah, because this is one of those.
Well, I'll put it up high so she doesn't see it. And
yeah,
we don't lose the little charm. Yeah,
fond of the charm.
I bet she was. Oh, it's too cute.
You should put this up there too. And but I really like this bird, and I'm just thinking.
I will.
No, I'm going to keep this because I think I'm going to put that in my one book. I think I can still get some stuff in there. All right, here's some more flockers.
Ooh.
Check it out.
I think I need to go through my spray drawer.
Okay, here's a twisted citron.
And I've had this color before, and I was extending it out. Love it.
Now, here are some more. Oh, okay, these are.
Oh, this is different than the
saltwater taffy. These are distress, embosser businesses. I know.
Girl. Well, this is a lot. Thank you.
Now, I think that these are embossing things, too.
Good
yes.
golly.
These are embossing powders. But look at it.
It's like Christmas.
Check out this black.
Oh, it's sparkly black. Well, need to do something with all that.
And I love this mushroomy color.
She said there was a lot in the box. She wasn't lying, and I'm impressed with the like. She's a master packer. That was Jean. Wow.
And she sent you one of these little fancy little brush things.
Thank you. Ooh.
All right, now here's this is Tony Wilderspin from Wild Spider Designs Inc. So these are all flockers.
Ooh. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to do this flocking business. Y'all know I'm all about the flocking.
I think all of these are flockers. Yeah, I don't know about this flocking business either. Now this could be embossing. I don't know.
Well, it looks like it goes in with that.
It might have fallen out
It
of
looks
this
like
one.
that.
Like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bye, Kate. Thanks for hanging.
Okay, here we go. Lunar paste.
Oh, now we've experienced this a little bit, and it's fun stuff too.
We had
the pink and the lime green,
I think so.
but we've never experienced these colors.
No, put that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here, you need to put that with your stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put that over here with the. No, I'm gonna put it down here with the rest.
I look at these two colors, these three colors together. I love these three colors together.
Those are fabulous, and it's like cheddar in paste version.
Yes, it is. Look at that.
Sparkly cheddar. You know they use that as this. Well, because it's the same company.
Cheddar.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the very bottom, oh, and there's a rubber band and I guess that just fell off.
Who are we missing?
An Illusions Creative Journal.
Oh.
Collage, paint, and more. Contains 48 unlined pages. Well, I don't really know who this is for.
That's okay.
If I can figure out how to get into it.
Hi. What are you doing?
I always like to save these things here on the outside. This part here.
Yeah.
Because
that
they
has
make
been...
little things on the inside. Remember, I made those little...
Oh, well, that's true. I also just like to keep it because then I can remember what it is when people ask, especially. Yeah, I know the kitty.
All right, I guess that's how you have to do it. Just bend it back that way. But, so, very cool.
Yeah, you're... y'all are what? Y'all are witnessing. This is what subject. This is some spatial.
Spatial.
She's being
okay,
spatial.
now I think I can get this one off. Just a second.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Because what I do with these is I glue them down on the inside, and they become little pockets.
Yeah.
Belly bands.
Oh, Diane wanted to know if that was turquoise or teal or aqua
What?
of the lunar paste.
She's really stirring up some witches.
Is that what you want? Is that
what?
what you wanted to get out of that, Diane? Did you get exactly what you were hoping for?
Okay, now I don't know exactly how I'm going to get this one off without tearing it, but I'll work.
She's gonna work it out.
I'm gonna work it out.
To be continued on that.
But it's black paper, y'all.
Uh-huh. It says that. Black noir.
Creative Journal.
Mm-hmm.
From Ranger Rick. Well, I don't really like this thing. It's really just irritating the dog do out of me.
The little
This
band
little thing. I'm really ready to just take the scissors and just.
Don't you do that. We'll work it. Look, we can slice the little thingy. I see. This is when she gets a little like
angry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here, of course I can.
Yeah. There's just no sense in you getting all... Yeah, there you go. See? Sometimes it's simple.
Sometimes it is. Oh, and look, it's got a little closed-in pocket here.
You gave her everything she wanted out of that.
Yeah. A little pockety pouch.
But yeah. Because see, it's meant for like...
Gusseted.
Yeah, like Diane Reverly. Am I saying? I don't know if I'm saying that right. She does a lot of that collage business. So see, that's like to keep your pieces in.
Well, I think the little hoopty-doo got glued down. That's all right. I can fix that. Just yank it up.
This is a lot like giving, you know, a toddler tape. Keeping her entertained.
Well, shucky darns, that's a good one.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, I'm not entirely 100% down with this elastic band here.
Are you just not sure about how it's going to last, like, with its thickness? I think, do some people cut the pages out of these or no?
No, it's a journal.
Well, I know, but sometimes they get fat.
Oh. Well, I mean, I think that's always an option.
Right.
Always an option. Well, we'll just have to see. I think we probably need to... These are Mariah's. I'm not going to... Changes color...
I'll play with those on Monday.
On dark or light paper. 1 pen, 2 shades.
Maybe that book was meant for me.
Well, maybe it was.
That's okay. Maybe we can share it.
I think that you got a lot of presents here. And we know this flocking stuff
yes,
is
she did. She specifically said the flocking was for me.
Flocking is not.
Oh, she says it's up to us. I guess we gotta battle it out.
I'm not a flocker.
She ain't a flocker. I'm very curious about this flocking business. Like, do you put it down in glue? I have so many questions.
Now, these jelly rolls, I know about these because I've ordered these before.
Jelly roll.
I used to order these at school. The kids loved them, but I'm telling you what, they walked out of the room faster than I could bring them in.
They loved them so much.
They loved them so much. It's the same way with kneaded erasers. I would buy cases of kneaded erasers because they loved them so much.
Uh-huh.
Jelly rolls, glittering colors, Mariah. Well, probably since this is in black, I'm just going to let you have it because I really think that you would do more with it than...
Yeah, and then I'm not going to be angry at it like you've already...
You're not going to be angry. I can help you with those pages in there, though.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to keep this crackle paint because, by golly, I'm going to...
Yeah, oh, yeah. No, I think we should all enjoy that together.
I think we're going to crackle some waves here.
Ooh. Yeah, because then you can leave it alone until Thursday. Just, you know, put it on there.
So it's... And look at how...
Yeah, you got 2 minutes. Get it down there, girl.
I've got how much?
2 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I know. You went on about a lot of things. But that's good.
I did. Okay. So we're going to add some texture to the waves, y'all.
Okay.
Now, I'm not reading the instructions.
We're off to a good start,
Number 1, they're too freaking small.
They're not that bad. Look on the back side there. They're not too... On the other side, there's high contrast and fairly large font, considering.
Yes. All right.
It says put it on there and leave it alone.
I'm going to read this, and I'll just let you. That doesn't say that anywhere.
Okay.
Okay, it says, to use, apply paint to surface with a brush or palette knife and allow to dry. To colorize, wet paint by mixing in paint or re-inker using a palette knife. The colorized dry paint with paint or crayon and blend with water to clean paint from tools and surfaces while wet. Well, I think we're going to put this on here fairly thick with my palette, with a palette knife. If I have one that's halfway clean here, God knows. Well, at least it's dry. I just love this stuff so much, and I just want it to, you know.
Ooh, well, I like kind of color-wise what it's making happen there. So my understanding from the other stuff that we have used in the past is that, like, so you want it kind of thickish, but you really want to let it, you know, like, you need to just leave it alone. And however it settles out is like how it settles out, but just leave it alone and then the crackle happens.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Well, it went over 1 minute.
That's okay. Thin layer, small cracks, thick layer, big cracks.
Well,
that makes sense.
I think I have a little of everything there.
We're gonna get all sizes of cracks.
Now, I'm gonna let Izzy have these because
where did those come from?
what? They were in the package.
I want one of those.
Oh, you want one?
Yeah.
Well, I think Izzy's probably gonna want the other one. So I'll just give you these in their little pink pouch.
Cute stuff, Lizzie Jean. Thank you so much.
Really, I mean,
and thank you.
Way more than.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't get this everywhere, but I don't think I need to.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have some waves that are not.
Yeah. See, look at her. She's already like just wanting to mess with it. That's why her cracks don't come out. Exactly. All right. Y'all are witnessing.
I'm going to put it aside.
Just leave it alone. Don't even look at it until Thursday. Leave it alone. All right, my arty friends. We shall be back here on Thursday. I'm going to hopefully be able to get because we're gonna have the camera over on this side. And if I can get this done pretty quickly, I don't know. I have ideas and things. It's probably gonna be the whole time. I get all of Thursday except for thoughts. But we'll see you then. Bye, guys.
Bye. Love you.
Like a
Long haul.
bye.